If we do a minor pentatonic scale like this, what notes are they? Right, play with me and say A,
C. Same as yeah, it would be D. I went over this. D, E, G. And then back to A.
Very good. So, hey, what if we did this? A, what if we did this? A, C, D, E, G.
And we still do the same.
So your pentatonic pattern, that's just one pattern. You can play it in different places. So learn this new pattern now. You know this one. Okay, so now learn this one. So learn it with me. A, C, D, E, G, A, fifth fret. We're starting in the same place. A, C, D, E. There you go. Okay. Okay. So you can do the same thing. Same thing. You can find these notes anywhere and do them any way you want. So try that. Play with that. You know the notes. When you know the notes, as you're getting better and better at, you know the different places for them. A here. I mean here. A, C, A, C, A, C, A, C, D, E, G, A. Right? So as long as you know that it's A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, and so on. If you can sing that high.
Yeah.
Where else is A? Find another place for A for me, please. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in this vicinity. Where's an A?
Do you want me to just
give me an A. Give me an A. Just give me an A.
Oh.
Give me an A. Any A. What do you tell me where you do it? Give me an A somewhere. Not this one. Already not that one. A different one.
Yeah.
So give me another A. Yeah. So we go from there. Okay. Same
Try
thing.
not to make it too easy.
Yeah. Excuse me. So we're back to A. And where do we find C? There. Where do we find D? G, A. And so, when we're messing around, we can mess around all over the neck. Find those places. It's a lot of fun. You play a D9. Could you play a D9 chord for me? Hold on. Hold on.
Don't look at me. I know the root note. That was the answer to the root note.
If we need to know where the root note is, we'll ask her. Remember the ninths? Remember the ninths? That's why I had you do this little ditty.
Yeah, well, I guess I was right. I had to rethink through if this was...
So where's D9?
So C9, so D9.
Open your book to that untitled chord progression, please. These are chords we have to remember.
Yes.
And I'll show you why in a minute here. Be in the U's, yeah.
Well, did I put it as recited?
Or it might be in in your chords. Could be in the chord section. Chord section.
Right here.
There you go. All right. All right, so let's play. C7.
Yeah, from the D9.
C, there you go. Give me a C7. Excuse me. C major 7. C7. So, do you remember how to do that?
I think.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. See what you come up with. thing to remember. What's the name of that diminished chord? Where is that? Where is that diminished?
Diminished 7.
Hmm?
Diminished 7.
What is it? Which one is it? We're playing it here. Which one is it? It says.
Oh, that one's a C sharp diminished 7.
Okay, so where's the root note in this one? Play it and tell me where the root note is. If it's a C sharp diminished 7, where's the root note?
It would be on this because that would be C sharp. Yeah,
Where?
it would be C
Where?
sharp.
Tell me.
On the B string.
Very good. Okay. Now, what did we learn about that chord before?
It's very confusing.
It can be named a lot of different things, but because look, you go 1, 2. Here and here, it's the same 4 notes. They're just inverted.
Yeah.
See? So what are the notes? E. What's this note?
E.
What's this note?
Why am I even think through this?
I give up.
What?
I said I give up.
Oh.
What note is this?
Yeah, it would be A sharp.
Yeah, and you already told me what this was.
C sharp.
Yeah, and what's this?
E, G.
Yeah, so now you go. So now we got A sharp here. And we got the E here. We got the C sharp here.
We kind of just reverse the chord.
It's called inverted. It's just inverted. Same 4 notes. So the funny thing is, we're calling it a C sharp diminished here, and we're saying, well, that's the root note. Now we're moving up here, and now the root note is what? Is E. So what is it now? It's an E diminished 7th? E diminished 7th? See what I mean? It's a weird chord, and different people will call it different things depending on where you play it. But just understand the structure of it. It's a very handy pass-through chord. I use it in a lot of songs. It's a good pass-through, what we call pass-through, like we're going from here. From here. We're just passing through. So let's start over. C major 7. C major 7. C7. What did we do to go from C major 7 to C7? What did we do?
We'll basically take your middle finger off and bar it.
We're turning that note into that note. So this is the, what is this? What note is this? What's the 4th fret of the G string?
The note or?
Yeah, the note. What's the 4th fret of the G string?
G string wouldn't be B would be A.
4th fret of the G string when we're tuning is what note?
I'm sorry.
4th fret of the G string.
I'm trying
When
not
we're
to
tuning
have to
manually,
rethink
when we're
all
tuning,
of
that's
this.
all right, don't worry about it. When we play it, what is it? When we're tuning manually, what are we doing here on the 4th fret of the G string? What is that?
B.
Yeah, okay, so we're taking this B, we're in the C major 7, we've got a B note. Why? What did we learn a while ago about major 7ths and 7ths? What's the difference between a major 7th and a 7th? How do you create a major 7th? Take the root note and you go down half a step. Take the root note and go down a whole step and you got what?
No longer the same chord.
Brilliant. You got a 7th.
Seven.
You went down a whole step. But it's called, technically it's called a dominant 7th. So we go from a major 7th to a dominant 7th. Okay, by what? By going from this to this. We turned our C into a B into a B flat. Okay, so all right, so let's continue. To our diminished, back to our G major, to a D minor 7. All right, D minor 7 is the next chord. D minor 7, pick up the pinky please. Thank you. To a G7. G7. Don't look at me, look at the chart. C9. Where's the root note on that? On that C9? Yeah. So remember that. Your 9th, wherever you move it, your root note is your 5th string. Okay? To our diminished again. Passing through to a G. Then what? Remind me. Yep. Minor 7th. What is it? What is it?
Oh, it's the A minor 7.
Very good. B minor 7. back to A minor 7. And then we got a, what do we got now?
D9.
And then what?
D13.
Very good. Back to our G. And then D sharp 9. Or E flat 9. Either way. Now, where is it? There it is. Down to the D9 again. And our D13. Then we start over. That's the purpose of this, is to become familiar with these kind of unusual or offbeat or jazzy type chords. You're going to use them in other things, but you got to know where they are. Your major 7s, very common. You're going to play them a lot. Okay? And it's a beautiful sounding chord. And it can be played in a lot of different places, a lot of different shapes. But it's a beautiful chord, so learn that. Your major 7, here's you play a C. Give me a C like this, please. Yeah. So now all we're doing is we're taking this note that's on the G string, which is right now is what? C, and we're making it a B. So there's your major 7. So play a D and a D major 7, please. Now see, that's a D minor. You got them in the wrong place. Do it again. What note are we flatting? What string? No, not that string. We're making the root note flat. So it's on the G string. It's on the G string. This shape. This is what we're major 7th. Yeah. Yeah. It's D major 7. Okay. Because you were doing a D minor. That's a D minor. Yeah. Okay. So now you're blazing that in your brain. How do we do an A minor? How do we do an A major 7? Here. Right? Okay. A couple of shapes of a major 7. Do a G major 7. Can you remember how to do a G major 7?
Do it.
Or no, open G major 7. You mean open G major 7. Do you remember? Where's your, okay, there's your root note. What are you going to do with it? Yeah, what are you going to do with it? Remember? How do we make a major 7? We go down half a step. Very good. Major 7. Very good. But here's another way. G major 7. So it's this shape, as if you were going to do a B minor, but you're not going to do a B minor. You're going to take this finger instead, and you're going to put it on the G. And now you got a G major 7. You're just playing that. Don't play the A string. The A string's dead. Okay, there you go. So that works everywhere. G major 7th, A major 7th, B major 7th, C major 7th. Works everywhere. That shape. So it's very handy. I use it in Girl from Ipanema. F major 7th. Now another way to make your major 7th is this thing here. Same as this. Hear that? Sounds the same.
Yeah.
So give me that. And you know this is F major 7 here in the open form.
Yeah.
So you move it up a whole step, you got G major 7. But you got to do something with the first string, so you do this. And one day we'll work on Girl from Ipanema. It's a good one for it's a good one for these chords, these nice little jazzy chords. All right, so you got to keep these things going. We can't go over them and then you go home and forget them. This is something you should play every now and then and keep in mind and know what you're playing. And you'll get to the point where you'll know the different places for a major 7th. Like there's a G major 7th also. Hear all this. See, you can hear the same chords. They're inversions. The notes are in different places. That's all. And you use them differently for different songs. So this is a really good one. Well, the thing is the strum is. The reason I went there is because the strum is the same strum we're using on dueling banjos, right? Right? So strum dueling banjos for me then. Well, that's very good.
It's like that, or
That's very good. Dun, dun, dun. Right, well, see, it's the same strum for Mountain Dew, same type of song, so it's the same type of strum. So go ahead, do Mountain Dew, please. The purpose of this exercise is for you to know that when you learn a technique in one song, you can apply it to other songs. So you're working on dueling banjos, but that technique isn't confined to dueling banjos. It's a technique you'll use in a lot of different songs. So that's why I'm asking you to play me Mountain Dew, not dueling banjos. I want to see how you're applying the technique you're learning in other things. You just started playing it when I said dueling banjos, boom, you jumped right on it and you started playing it. Well, I want you to do the same thing with Mountain Dew because it's the same thing. All right? All right. You gonna sing it?
I'm wondering,
What?
is there a specific thing to it? Because I saw that you were only hitting the E bass when we started, so I just wondered, is there anything?
No, there isn't.
you do?
That's how you feel.
Okay, so-
Sometimes the Jews just do this, and I won't hit the bass. But other times, and I use this almost the whole night. I'm over there jamming with the bluegrass guys because a lot of their songs are just that, you know, and it's either G or A for most of the time. In fact, this is the song that I picked. They go around. You got a song for us? And several weeks ago, I said, well, I know Mountain Dew. It's kind of bluegrass. Oh yeah, let's do that. So now, every week I go, we play Mountain Dew. Because it is kind of bluegrass, and it's it's 3 chords, right? So, still working on dueling banjos? How's that? How you feeling on that? How you feeling on that?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. We're not gonna go over today. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it fairly intensively next Tuesday because that's the week before the Saturday. Whenever you have to come up with a solo, one of the simplest things to do is just play parts of the melody. Just play parts of this melody. So, how's it go? Going. So the melody is what? So if I started here one time, I could also, what note is this?
B.
Yes, you can start it somewhere else. You can do it like a... There's another place. Same thing.
I just realized something. For the melody, are they basically the same notes that are in the E minor and tonic scale?
Yep.
Well, I had to figure that out a long time ago. I didn't realize that.
That's usually the case. The scale of a key is usually where the melody is found in a song, with a lot of wide latitude there. But so you just find, okay, you know what the melody sounds. So where's another B? Here's A, right? So here's B. Do it like that. There's all ways that just, you don't really have to be a solo artist, an improvisational, virtuoso. You just have to find the melody that's inside the chords in the scale, as a rule. I mean, I do that all the time when I don't know a song. And there's neat little tricks that fits in. I'll find the scale. Sometimes I'll hit the wrong note and go, okay, I won't go back there again. But play the chords for me. I have to find what scale. Okay. So that was good. Okay. And that's what you do. Is you find the notes in the scale that's around the chords. You know right away it's an E minor, so you can just go from there. In this case, the E minor pentatonic works really well. So what are the notes? E, G, A, B, D. Yeah, so there you go.
So, forward, will you ever, will you ever do it with the chord changes?
Yeah.
Like you'll have to
all
go
the
from
time.
the E minor scale to
All
the
the time.
G scale.
All the time.
Is that more difficult?
Can be, and it might not sound right if you don't hit the right scale. But there's two ways. I think I mentioned this before. You play the scale between the scale and the key, or you play the scale over the top of the chords while they're on the chord. But then you got to go back. So sure, I can do this. You got to make sure though. Well, it's very short-lived. Each chord, But E and G are interchangeable. They're very closely related. So it's easier when it's an E minor or G, and you'll learn that. And I still hit sour notes when I'm playing a song I don't know with other people. It's just the way it goes. You just with more experience you learn what works and what doesn't. That's why often I'll just try to stay close to the melody if it's a song that I don't play. If it's not my repertoire, I just stay close to the melody and it'll sound decent. Or I'll just say no, I don't want to do G. And I'll just keep playing chords. That happens a lot of this bluegrass, where these guys, these flat pickers are doing their stuff. All right, your turn. I say, no thanks, I'm good, I'm happy. I just keep my strum going. But, yes, good question. That's very common. Play in the key or you play over the chords. Give me a 1, 4, 5 and A. 1, 4, 5 and A. A, D, and E. So keep it going. That's not the Ori. A, D, and E. A, D, and E. A, D, and E. So yes, I could be just doing. So when you go to D, go to D. As long as I play over a chord that you're on, I'm fine. But I got to be sure that I don't stay there when you change chords again. So that was a good question, and yeah, that's another way it's done. You have to realize that if it's in a minor or major scale, though, you can't play generally not playing a minor scale over a major key.
Yeah, that
wouldn't sound good. What makes a minor chord? Go to A. Go to A. It's not the root note. It's this note. And what note is this? Yeah. What are triads made out of? Every major chord is made out of 3. It's made out of a 1, a 3, and a 5. So this is a C sharp. Which one is that to the A?
3.
Yeah. So what you're doing is you're the third, it goes flat half a step. That's what makes a major and minor, the third. Why is it a third if it's a C sharp? Because B and C are only half a step apart. So you can't be C. It has to be a whole step, so it's a C sharp. That's how a minor is created. Do it with, give me an E chord, E. And how do we make E minor? Yeah, so this must be the third, right? What note is that?
G sharp. No.
Yeah, G sharp. Yeah, G sharp. Yeah. So E, F, E, F, G, the third, goes flat half a step. That's how you create a minor. The third goes, huh?
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if it makes sense, but that's how it works.